I'm not seeing it yet. Oh wait, I got it. Woohoo, there it is. I'm not seeing it yet. I got it.
Good evening, everyone. We are so excited, and by we, I mean me, excited to have Creative Partner Linda Hansen back. She was traveling, she was doing her thing, but she is back to share with us tonight. She's going to be making a Christmas layout. And she was telling me before we got started here, showing me all these beautiful papers that she has and these great ideas. And so I'm very excited to have Linda here. Before we kick it off, I do want to remind everybody, if you wanted to take advantage of the survey, our survey is happening right now on accessories. So that's tiny accessories and accessories. If you want to take advantage of the survey and receive your 50% off one item coupon, please do so before tomorrow, December 10th. Coupon closes, survey closes tomorrow. So if you're looking to fill out that survey and receive the 50% off one item coupon, please do that. Linda, if you want to say hi real quick, introduce yourself, and we will wait for some comments to pop in.
Awesome. I see there's 24 watching, and I see Lisa. She commented, hello from Oregon. I'm so glad that you guys are with me tonight. I'm doing solo. Sorry, Lee couldn't be with me tonight. He's actually in Madison, Wisconsin for business. So he said to tell everybody hello, and he sends big hugs. But we're going to play tonight with some templates that are newer, and some that are just classic with some templates. Whoop, I gotta see, I'm getting the feedback. Hold on a minute, Sonia. Make sure I'm muted.
Yeah, no, you are good. It was, okay. Yeah. Go
ahead. Okay, well, I see Cassandra and Lisa and Deborah and Detra. Oh gosh, I'm so glad you guys are all here. Well, just a real quick recap of what's been going on. October, end of September, 1st of October, we went to visit some family, and Lee and I got COVID. Lee was vaccinated and he still got it. And I got pretty sick. I almost ended up in the hospital. In fact, they told me it was either hospital or I had to have an infusion. And I had the infusion, and I'm doing so much better. And the last couple weeks, I don't know if you guys saw the Facebook post that I put, but if you didn't, Lee and I actually went to Phoenix, Arizona, and we purchased a new RV. It's an Integra Anthem. It has 4 slides and all the amenities you could ever think of. We just love it. And they gave us the red carpet treatment while we were there. And we're excited because I think we're going to go full time. So anyway, yeah, but so I got to tell you the story though. So this is our old coach, and it was also an Integra. It was an Aspire, but our owner, our scrapbook owner, Stacy, and her husband Vince, they bought it, and they're so excited that they get to travel now. And they had a camper before, and I have to tease her because she keeps calling it a camper. I said, no, it's a coach. You're not camping anymore. You're glamping. So, but she's all excited, and I wish them all the luck. The coach we had was beautiful. It was good to us. But it just, the inside layout just wasn't what we needed if we do decide to go full time. It was fit more for a family. And this one that we have now is only for just us two. So, and Gracie, of course. And Gracie is, she's going to be 9 months on the 18th, and she's over 50 pounds. So she's a big girl. But anyway,
yes,
I don't know
if you're say you and Gracie, you can't forget about Miss Gracie in there.
No, we can't forget about Miss Gracie. No. So, but she's in her kennel right now. She usually goes to bed between 7 and 7:30. So I just put her in her kennel and let her go. But anyway, we're going to get started tonight, and I want to show you what paper I'm using. I don't know if you'll be able to see this real well, but I'm going to use Rejoice from Authentique. You guys know me. I like to find something that is out of the norm. And this one I got at the scrapbook store, Scrapmania, and it's called the Baking Collection Kit. And I like Authentique because they give you 2 of each sheet. Some of the other companies we won't mention, but some of the other companies you have to buy 2 packs to get 2 sheets of the same thing, where Authentique is really good about giving you double. So anyway, we're going to go through these real quick and I'll show you. And okay, I'm going to read a couple comments here. Make sure I'm not going to miss anything. Hello, Cassandra and Deetra, Nikki, because there's one day that's going to be me. Yep. Hi, Stacy. All right. So we have Scrapmania on with us tonight. And if you guys have any questions about anything, just type it. I'm sure she'll see it and she'll answer. So, but all of this I got from, well, 99% I got at the scrapbook store. Okay. So here's one. And then there's cookies on the other side. And there's one that's kind of got little polka dots in all the little squares. And then there's the cookie strips. And this one is actually cookie cutters with plaid on the back. And this one, they punch it, or you can actually take it out real easy. So this is their, like, some call it a sticker sheet, but it's not actually stickers. And on the back, it's got this. So if you don't like what's on the front, you can use this to make a tag or something on the back. Okay, so here's that one again. These are little cookies on a tan background, and it's kind of like tone on tone. And on this side, you know, it almost looks like ice cubes to me. So it could be crystals, since it's baking. You get 2 sheets of that. And this one's really pretty. It's almost a greenish brown, but it has like recipes that are printed. And on this side, there's like gingerbread and teapot and figgy pudding and all kinds of cute little Christmas things. So we got 2 sheets of that. This one is an apron with little rolling pins, and I think it's cinnamon sticks. And on the back, it's red with white sifters and little pans and rolling pins and measuring spoons. So we got 2 sheets of that. And this one I showed you earlier. And that one I did. And then you have a sheet of cut aparts. And if you notice, it's the old, like the 50s, 60s kind of a look. Love this. I mean, even for modern day pictures, this is perfect. And on the back, it looks like a checkerboard. It's red and kind of a off-white. And then this one has recipe cards. So if you want to put a recipe on your layout, you can. And on the back side is more cut aparts. And these are just adorable. 'Tis the season for joy and cookies. You've got holiday traditions or sweet memories. May you be filled with warm wishes, joy, and cookies. Christmas is love with lots of sugar sprinkled on top. So there's just all kinds of very, very unique. And this was Authentique. Okay, so the layout here, you might kind of notice this little jumbled mess up here. Well, I'm going to show you what it is. All right. So you guys remember the pack of Whimsy? This is 3 of 3. And I remember on one of my other lives, after we got it, I looked at it, I'm like, that looks like a Santa beard. And you know how they have the little, I want to call it, the little people that look over the edge of a card or edge of something on your page. Well, that's where I got this idea. So I've got them cut out. And what I did is I made it just a little bit longer up here. But we have Santa's beard. And I'm going to go ahead and stick it down. I'm going to use Gina K tonight. My big one is packed because I'm actually going to the retreat house that Scrapmania has, and I'm going there for a crop for the weekend. And so I'm all packed and ready to go, and it's packed in there. But I love the little Gina K one for just little quick things like this. It works perfect. Okay, so what I did then for his face, oh, I'm sorry, you thought we were gonna be using a December kit? Well, actually, the December kit, Mary Snyder does that, and I believe, Sonia, if you're still on, you have to help me, but I believe it's the 15th or the 18th. She does that. So I do have the kit here, so if you want to see it, we can do that. All right, so this one, what I did is I took the Whimsy and I cut it. This paper, you might not be able to see, but it's kind of got a variance with it, with the facial tones, we'll call it. And this, I'll show you what that part is for, but I didn't need all of this, so I cut it. But this is going to be his face. So this is going to go almost to get up there. There we go. Okay, so there's his face. Now I took ring 1. If you have the ring set, it's a staple for everything. This is the most practical accessory you can get for any layout. But what I did is I took ring 1 and I cut it out of pink. And by the way, these are all inked. And then I only used just a little over half of it. Okay. Put his nose on. That little pencil is my guide. All right, there's his nose. Of course, we need to hide where his mustache goes and hide his nose underneath. So I took this one here. It's Story 6 of 6. It came in, okay, I gotta think. It's either November or October. It's the one that has the owl in it, the monthly kit. And I know they switched the months, so, but it was the one with the owl, the monthly kit club. So what I did is I took this and I traced just a little bit because I love the way that kind of matched the Santa Claus. Okay. You guys with me so far? All right. And like I said, I've inked everything. So I'm going to put little mustache under his nose. Okay. Then, how many of you remember velvet paper? This is velvet paper. And what I did is I took scallop 2A and did just a little bit like that. Okay. And I bet you can't guess what this is. You do. You know what it is. It is the bottom of his hat. Okay. So we're going to put his hat. Even with my big light on, it is hard to see tonight. We're supposed to be getting snow. All right, so there's his hat. All right, now he needs some eyes, don't he? So I took some cream colored paper to make the back of his eye, the big part of his eye. And we're going to put one right here. And there should be another one here. And this one, actually, I just cut it. I eyeballed this one. There's no pattern. I tried to think if there would have been something, but couldn't remember for the life of me what it would be. Okay. Like that. And of course, we need little eyeballs. And I used this template. I'm telling you, I use this a lot for circles, the inside of these circles. So this one is the inside of the little tire in the front from Country. It's Country 6. All right. And we'll get his eye on. There's one. And then we've got 2. Santa always has 2. Trying to make it funny. Don't say snow. That's a naughty word. I know, right? But I think I just saw the weather. I think we're supposed to get more rain. So anyway, he's pretty good, but Santa needs some eyebrows. So I took Plants 7T, and that one right there, I cut 2. So Santa can have some eyebrows. There's 1. Are you guys liking this? I thought he's just adorable. And there's 2. 2 little, okay, so now what we're going to do is I'm going to take Tiny Charmed 1T. I use this a lot too. And we cut it out of White Sparkle, and I used, get the right name of it for you. It's from the Island Outlet. And it's got sticky back enamel dots. I don't think it has an actual name on it, but it's gold, and I use the medium size for inside. So we're gonna get this, stick this down right up here. Now we're not done by no means. So I don't know if you guys know, I'm from Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Some of you know, and Cedar Rapids, we are so blessed here in Iowa because we have a company called Tailored Expressions. Have you guys ever heard of that? They do a lot with stamps and dies, and I use Tailored Expression pine clippings, and there was 3 different ones, and I'm going to use 2 for that little flower up there. I got one stuck here. Okay, that one was there. All right, here we go. Now this, I'm going to have to use a little glue. But these I used my Big Shot or Sissix fold away for. And I used the new mat for it. I don't know if you guys have seen, it was made by Scrapbook.com. I think I got the big one over here. Here we go. So they make these, they're called Magic Mat by Scrapbook.com. And you can get these at our scrapbook store here or on Scrapbook.com. But you use that instead of one of your plates. Because I don't know if you guys, if you do a lot of die cutting, your plates get warped. That is amazing because since it replaces one of your glass plates, that you don't have that warping anymore. So, all right, we're going to put him right there like that. And then, whoop, I lost one. Then, make sure I get the right one. We're going to take one more. And I'm not putting a whole lot of glue on this because I actually want some of the needles to kind of stand up a little bit. All right, we're going to take this one and we're going to put it right there. All right, let me get this little corner of his mustache down a little. All right. Could you list all the templates you used when you are finished? Terry, I will make sure that I post them also. But yes, I will let you know what templates I used, definitely. Okay. In fact, I can run over them real quick on the Santa. And I'm wearing a sticky sweater tonight. Everything keeps sticking to me. Oh my goodness. All right. Put the lid on my glue. If you guys, this, I use art glitter. It goes on white, but it dries clear. And they have this cap that you can buy extra that keeps it from getting clogged up. It's amazing. So, okay. So the templates that we used on Santa was Whimsy 3. That was for his face and his beard. And then I used Scallop 2A for his hat. And then I used ring 1 for his nose. And of course, Tiny Charmed up here. And for his eyebrows, I used plants. It's Tiny Plants 7T. And I used this one here, the one right above where it's printed. And that is for his eyebrows. And I eyeballed, just cut out the tan parts of his eyes. And the little black one I used in Country 6. I used the front tire for his black part of his eyes. And then the part of his mustache, it come off of Story 6 of 6, which was a monthly kit club just a month ago. Okay, so everybody like that? Oh, I'm sorry, Red, but Lisa and Madison. So you got just me tonight. I do apologize. But anyway, Santa needs a bottom lip when I'm finished. Yes, I thought about that and I tried putting something on there, but it looked like he was sticking his tongue out. So I think I'm just gonna leave it. But if you guys make it and you do it, put something there, post it so I can see what it looks like. Okay. All right. Oh, winter storm warning tonight and tomorrow. Oh, we're just supposed to get rain, but it said could change over to snow. Oh, thank you, Kat. That's really nice. So, all right, let's see here. Well, we're going to go on. We're using authentic paper for some of it. Oh, I guess I should say, so all the paper of this was just scraps that I had. So there wasn't anything except for the glitter paper, and I'll show you which one that is. But everything else is just scraps. So whatever you have around, and if you don't have red velvet, you could just use any kind of paper. And if you wanted to, you could emboss it, stick it through your embossing folders, or you could crinkle it and then lay it out. You can wet it, crinkle it, and that'll give you a little bit more texture if you want to just make a hat out of just like plain red or whatever. I just was lucky I still had some of the red velvet around and I got to use it again. So, all right, so we are using authentic. It's called Rejoice. Love, love, love this paper. And I am going to be using the cookie side. I'm going to be using that one, which has got green lines and red dots. And I'm going to use the gingham. I'm a gingham girl. Love me some gingham. Okay, so we're going to be using this, which is chestnut 1A and chestnut 3A, chestnut 1B, and chestnut 3B. Okay. So I am going to, let's see, should we do the cookies on top of the gingham or the gingham on top of the cookies? I like the gingham this way. All right. If you guys see something different than I do, let me know. All right. So if you've never used Kiwi Lane templates, the borders are amazing. If you get just borders, you can play with that and make different layouts and it'll be just perfect. All right. So this paper is one directional. In other words, everything is all going one direction. So when I cut my templates, I can't use the traditional way of how Kiwi Lane cuts their templates. I'm going to have to cut mine each individually. All right. Otherwise, I'll show you here. So what Kiwi Lane wants you to do is to take one of them and you would lay it along the edge. This is just for show. I think you guys can see that. Let me see if the other side's darker. We'll do this so you can see it a little better. Okay, so you lay it along one edge. And this one butts right up against it. Now there's two ways you can do it. You can do this and then trace it, stick this piece up, and then you've got a line here, or you can just put pencil marks where you need to cut this straight line. The other way to do it is put them both on, make your straight line, remove it, and then do this one. And either way is fine. Some people like to do it the other way more, I've noticed, and that's fine. That's perfectly fine. So since we have the one-way pattern, and I know this one goes like this, I'm going to start at the bottom. You guys, I hope if I get out of view, let me know. Hi, Jackie. Hi, Dawn. All right. And I will tell Lee hello. He is in the hotel right now. And he's like, oh, I wish we could do this remote so I could join. But he's thinking of you girls. He misses it. All right. So I am using Chestnut Drive 1A. And I'm using a Kuru Toga Uni. It's Kuru Toga by Uni. This pencil I dearly love. One, because when I write with it, the head of it moves, so it gives you a smooth line. Number two, it erases immaculately. So if you want to erase, this does it for you, and there's an eraser right on the top. Okay, so I'm going to make my first line. I know I'm going to cut. It's got to go that direction. Then 1B has to go the same direction. And it has to go on the side. So I've got two sheets. One thing nice about Authentique, they give you 2 sheets. So I'm going to find the other one. And we are going to cut the other one the other way. Hold of it. See what's on the back. Oh, the planet. There it is, right on top. Okay, and the reason I have to get another sheet is because when I put this one down, there's not enough room to do it in the direction I need it. So here we go. So this one, make sure I have it the right direction. Yep, this is the way it has to go. You guys with me so far? This is Kuru Toga by Uni. You can get them on Amazon. I got mine at Office Max. Love it. Love, love, love it. Okay, so I'm going to make this line, and then I'm going to have 2 that match in the right direction. Okay, you see how I did that little oops? Now watch this. Look at that. It's just gone. Magically gone. All right. It's the same kind of eraser, I think, that, the ones like they use for drafting. And of course, I'm a Tim Holtz fan of the scissors, love them. Proper way to hold them is have the writing towards you, and there should be little grooves. Some don't. I've had some people show me they don't have the grooves, but the grooves are there to sharpen your scissors, and you want the grooves on the underside of your cut. If you do it the other way, some papers you won't be able to tell, but some you will see that little teeth when you cut it. All right. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this off, and then I'll go back and trim it. Okay. I know it's a little waste of paper, but you know, I get plenty for what I need. And I'll probably save this little piece for some cards. You never know. All right. You always want to turn the paper and put when you cut, go to the back of your scissors and come forward. You never use the point unless you're doing detail work and you're trying to get in some tight spaces. Otherwise, you just let the paper and the scissors do its thing. So do you guys like the 7 o'clock better than the 6 o'clock? I had been ready and I'm almost like, oh, I'm so ready. I wish I could go on now. But when I signed up, it went to, the choices was 1 in the afternoon or 7 o'clock at night. And I chose at night. Sometime I'll have to do an afternoon one. But I was busy taking the stuff from the old coach and putting it in the new coach. Now this one I didn't cut out. And the reason why, just started cutting. Reason. Oh, shoot. Oh, my husband's probably gonna be laughing at me. All right. Yeah, I miss my partner. He's a good guy. He loves what I do. And that makes it all worthwhile. Now what's the inside? There it is. I'm using the Fiskars cutter. I have a cutter pillar, and I have one from Creative Memories. And I like the one from Creative Memories. I take it with me at crops and stuff. So I do like it. All right. So now we have Chestnut 3A. And 3B. And this one doesn't matter. I can do it the way we need to do it. So I'm going to put that one up there on the edge. Going to take, you like the 6 p.m.? Okay, well, I'll mention something, or Sonia's on, take note of that. So, because I don't want to keep you guys up too late. Gracie's already in bed. She goes to bed between 7 and 7:30. Training's going pretty good. She has her quirkiness, but she's doing really good. Potty training, that's all down. She's got that. But she loves to play more than I don't have all the energy. And with me having COVID, I still get real tired, but I'm so much better than I was. Okay. And then we're going to cut this. You got a color pitter and a creative memory one. I use the Caterpillar at home and the create. Yep. See? Yep. Well, when I got my Caterpillar, the blade had a nick in it, and so did the bar that it run on. And they sent me new pieces, which is amazing, but I haven't yet taken it apart and put the new ones on. I need to do that. Okay. This is the B, and this is the A. Okay. So we have A and B. Oh, that's cute. Can't wait to show you the pictures I got. It's from 2017. Yes, I'm that far behind. All right. And then this one is going to go here. All right. Now this one, all I'm going to do is make a couple of strips. And I'm going to start and see if a 1/2-inch strip will do what I need it to do. If not, I'll go a little bit smaller, but I think a 1/2 inch will be all right. All right, so we're going to do one. And we're going to do 2. All right, so we're going to take the old paper out of the way. And these strips are going to go right there. The other one will go, I'm going to leave that up right here. Okay. You guys see it okay? Didn't get out of the frame here, I hope, too much. Okay, so now this one, I am going to use the same as I did that. It's a glitter cardstock. It is by American Craft. And I got this at the scrapbook store. She has different colors. I mean, tons of colors of the glitter paper. And it's nice, heavy cardstock. And guess what? You can rub it and it doesn't come off. American Craft does it right. All right, so I'm going to trace this. And like I said, this is the one, this template came in the one that had the little owl in it, the monthly kit. So. And then the one that had the ladder in it, oh, that paper was gorgeous. I don't know if you guys got that one. Oh my gosh. I love it, love it. I actually got an extra one for myself and one for my girlfriend. So I'm going to do the inside. You don't have to cut it out, but I want to save that paper because I'll show you what I'm going to be doing. I am going to put something else in the middle. So, but anyway, I lost my train of thought here. The ladder, You can make a sled out of the ladder. Oh my gosh, it turned out so cute, but I'm not going to show you this time. I'll show you on the next live that I do. Gotta save the surprise. So, all right, let's see how we do here. Cassandra, you're the best. Your kids are going to love a dog for Christmas. Best mom ever award. Oh, somebody's getting a puppy. Oh my gosh. What's this say? We're getting our kids a dog. Oh, Cassandra, what kind of a dog? I gotta know. Gracie, she's so pretty. I mean, her fur just shines. And well, the dog likes to get brushed. Every time I do my hair, I have to do her hair. Every time I do my teeth, brush my teeth, she has to have her teeth brushed. Now we brush hers with coconut oil, pure virgin coconut oil. And I did that with my other dog. And when we took him to the vet, they're always like, well, we'll have to schedule her teeth cleaning. And I'm like, okay. And they look in the mouth and say, that won't be anytime soon because her teeth are perfectly white. Bella, the last dog we had, to the day she died, she had perfect teeth. So Gracie, like I said, she likes them brushed at least 2 times a day. And if I let her do them more, she'll brush them more. Oh, I gotta tell you what she did this evening. So I got her supper and I come in here to get all my stuff together. Well, I hear a bunch of splashing and I'm like, what is that dog into? She's trying to swim in her water bowl. She had both feet in there and was kicking the water out of her water bowl. I looked at her and I go, no, ma'am, what are you doing? And she stopped and she kind of hung her head. She knew she was doing wrong, but that dog had a ball, just taking both feet, trying to get the water out of her water bowl. So, I don't know if you guys saw the video I posted when we were in Phoenix. There's no place to go to the bathroom for a dog, only on rocks. But we were lucky. We did find a park that had a doggy park. And she would hold it till she found some grass. She would not go. But I posted a video. I was out there watching her play. And I got her fresh water in the water bowl. And she took her ball. We have a chuck it. And she took the chuck it ball and literally dropped it in the bowl. And then she couldn't figure out how to get it out. She kept trying to dive for it. You can actually hear her blowing bubbles trying to get that ball out of the water. It was hilarious. I never laughed so hard in my entire life. Now you will, it looks like you're going to get a little leak of glitter when you cut it, but that's just normal. So what I'm going to do is the old fashioned way to get that inside out. I'm not going to cut it all the way, but I'm going to cut out some of it that I can get. So I can use these squares for something else. Okay. You know what? I have an X-Acto knife. I should probably just use that. But I only need the little pieces. Yeah. And my X-Acto knife is packed up. All right. We're going to go like this. And then we will cut. This is the old-fashioned way. And this is where the point comes in handy. There's one. This is sure heavy cardstock, let me tell you, girls. There's 2. The water bowl is so wet you can toss it through. Oh, animals are funny. Oh, so when we went out to go get the new coach, we just took our pickup. And we had to stay in a hotel for 2 nights. I drove all the way the first day. Oh, I'm getting too old to do that, but I made it till about 2 o'clock in the morning. And then I said, that's it, Lee, you're going to have to do it for a couple hours. And anyway, so we got a hotel the next night and the next night. Found out Gracie does not like hotels at all. And of course, all they had around those hotels was rock to go to the bathroom on. So we took and drove around. It was a few blocks away. There was a school, a grade school, and it looked like it might have been grass. And so she went to the bathroom on that. Well, the next morning when I went to go take her out to the bathroom, I'm like, okay, you've held it long enough. You should be able to go. Well, she gets down and she goes pee, but then she runs over to the truck and she wanted me to take her to the school. And I'm walking. I was like, no, you can go here. She would not do it. I literally had to get that dog in the truck and then take her to the bathroom. The dog is quirky. Needless to say, she's quirky. Okay, so there's our little frame, and I got pieces to do something else with. Now, this little thing. Since I used red velvet on that side, I am going to use red velvet for my poinsettia. And this is all I have left through the years. It was a 12 by 12 and not anymore, but I love it. I love it. All right, so I'm just going to do the outside. And let's see. I used to have a cat that would open all the doors in the house. If it had a doorknob, didn't matter. Cat would open it. Sliding doors, it would open it. Smartest cat I ever had. His name was Boots, and he was 20 years old when he passed. So, okay, so we're just going to do the outside. I'll tell you, these Tim Holtz scissors, these are newer than my red-handed ones, but they still cut like butter. If you guys get a pair and you're like, oh, I don't like the way it feels, just keep using it. The more you use it, the better it gets. So are you guys scrapbooking, or are you guys just getting ready for Christmas? I haven't even put a tree up. We're actually going to my daughter's for Christmas, just for Christmas dinner. And we're going to stay home. We haven't gone out much since I did have COVID. Well, Lee got it too. And like I said, he was vaccinated. He didn't get it quite as bad as I did. He got over it about a week before I did. I was pretty sick for about 3 weeks. And like I said, I had the infusion and that really helped a lot. But if I hadn't got it, they told me I would have been in the emergency room. I'm like, no, don't want that. I could never not put up my tree. Finishing making cards for my son to give. He asked me, oh, that's awesome. Oh, that Autumn Blessings, that's what it is. Oh, that ladder. Yeah, I'll have to do a card or something. I'll post it that way. I won't make you wait till the next slide, but you could make a sled, you know, out of that ladder. It's adorable. Okay, so there's our red poinsettia. Now, I got something else I want to show you before I finish the poinsettia. This is made with another Tailored Expression embossing folder right here. And like I said, this company is right here from Iowa. This one's called Loopy Loops. And it is just beautiful. So what I'm going to do is this is going to go in here like this. And it doesn't have to be perfect because my picture is going to cover part of it. Okay. So there we go. You like that? And that matches the cream of his eyes. Okay. And then now for the center of the poinsettia. All right, girls, if you're looking for a road trip, you need to come I think it's 4 times a year, Stacey. You have to, well, you're using the new Doodlebug Let It Snow collection that came. Oh, you stink. I haven't seen it yet. But Stacey, the scrapbook owner, has a retreat house here, and that's where I'm going for the weekend. She invited me to come over and crop, so we're going to do that. But this retreat house is amazing. It sleeps up to 9, and there's a big room that's full of tables and comfy chairs and lights and all kinds of stuff that you can borrow. And she even has stuff there to sell if you run out of stuff and you need more. But she has these garage sales. And I'm telling you, if you can come stay in the retreat house and go to these garage sales, it goes from like a Thursday to a Monday. Thursday, Friday, Saturday are regular price. Sunday and Monday are half price. So I'm going to show you a couple things that I got. All right. So this paper, if it's glary, I apologize. There's silver and gold. There's like 8 or 9 sheets of this. This is what it looks like. And I'm going to use this on the inside of my poinsettia. But this stuff, I got this whole pack of this meshy stuff for like $2. And then here's a couple more of my finds. So this is liquid pearls. It's never been opened. If you notice, it says $7.49 from Hobby Lobby. $3. Then there was this Martha Stewart punch. This is one of those that do the where you can do a whole long one. This looks like Christmas, the evergreen. This one, $3 for this one. So if you guys want to get some good deals, you need to come to the scrapbook store.
Could you say that again?
My watch just went off. Oh my goodness. But yeah, it's fabulous, fabulous. So if you save money on stuff there, then you can actually go to buy more Kiwi Lane templates. Okay, so now I have to figure out how I want to do this. I think I'm just going to cut the whole thing around. I'm sure somebody bought this and they just didn't know what to do with it. I mean, I just have a feeling that's why it was there. And it's just gorgeous. It's simply gorgeous. Let's see if I cut it. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to be very careful so I don't cut my template. I don't want to do this. I don't recommend this, but this is the only way I can get this trimmed. Okay. This is so pretty. I wish you could see it in person. It is just simply gorgeous. More. All right. Oh, you love my scent. Thank you. Awesome. Yeah, and this, it feels like fabric, but I mean, it's perfect. I mean, you could layer this over top of a lot of your, just your regular paper. If you still have brads, you could hook it down with a brad. And as you see, I'm trying to be very, very careful so I do not cut my template. Would be very sad. And then once a month, I'm trying to get started. Well, we've started it, but I want to get it going on a regular basis. At the scrapbook store, I do it's called a stay and play. So what you do is you bring in scissors and you bring in your adhesive. And if you want to bring in your 12x12 cutter, you can do that. And then I let you play with all of the templates, everything that I have, and make anything you want for the entire day. And it doesn't cost anything at all. And I stay there and I play with you. And we just have a good time. So we're trying to get that going once a month. We've done 2 of them. And it's just been a lot of fun. Okay, there we go. I think that'll work. All right. So then this is going to go underneath and I'm going to cut it out. Make sure I get this lined up right. There it goes. Nope. Well, it does match it. I got it the same direction, maybe. Oh, turn this. Let's try it this way. There we go. Okay, so what I'll do is I'm going to go back and I'm going to cut these out with the X-Acto knife, okay? And then that gold is going to shine through. If we have time, I'll get that done. If not, It's almost 8. We're doing good. Okay, well, let's go ahead and ink and get stuff sealed down. And then I'll put the pictures on. This is what makes your layouts pop. What kit is that poinsettia from? That is from, hang on a minute. The poinsettia is from the December one, the one that we just got. This one, Joy to the World. It had a poinsettia, the cardinal, a candle, the lantern, and then it had 2 fun borders in it. Joy to the World monthly kit. Oh, hi, Susan. Long time since we've seen each other. So, yes, it's been a very long time, and I'm glad to be back at it. So, all right, so we're going to ink these really quick. Just the edge. And I'm using the Tim Holtz Vintage Photo. A lot of people like to use different colors. I use all the distress ink. If I'm doing something for myself, I might switch it up. But 99% of the time, I use the Vintage Photo. And I don't have to do the bottom because we're going to cover that. And again, this is Authentique Rejoice paper, and I've used Chestnut Dry, 3A, 3B, and 2A, 2B. No, 1A, 1A and 1B. Sorry. So 3 and 1. And then I don't need to do the bottom because it will be covered. Now this one, I am going to do all sides of this one. And this is just a 1/2 inch strip. That's in the new club kit piece set there up in the shop. For those that are not club members, members already got theirs while supplies last. Yep. And you'll have to check too if you just want the templates. They might have the templates also, but the paper, oh my gosh, you know, you just think that Kiwi Lane is, they can't think of anything more, right? Wrong. They come up with gorgeous templates and gorgeous paper, and it's just amazing. Kudos to those who are in the designing, because it's amazing. I just got my kit, so I haven't made anything with it, but when I saw the template, I'm like, oh, that's gonna be perfect for this page. So, because they had a poinsettia, a bigger one, in the Christmas one. Yeah, I think it was just called Christmas. And I used it a lot, but this one's just perfect. I'm here looking at that gold over top of the poinsettia. I might just leave it like that. I may not cut it out. I like it the way it is. Okay. Funny how when you look at something and you walk away, or you turn your head and don't look at it again, and then you come back to it, it looks totally different. And you don't have to erase any pencil marks. The ink will cover it up. Especially with the pencil that I use, it covers just wonderful. I think my pad's getting dry. You can re-ink them. They sell the re-inkers, the bottle. Also, too, you guys know not to use this on your paper because the paper will actually tear that pad. So you always want to use some kind of a dauber on it. Okay, one more here, and then we're going to start sticking down. And this is the glitter cardstock. It's kind of a pearly white, and it's by American Craft. Nice thick cardstock. All their cardstock is amazing. Between them and Basil, they give each other competition. So, and if you've never done a monthly kit, the paper is fabulous. They're high quality, just like these guys are. I bought, I always get an extra set, a monthly kit for my bestie in Texas. And I took her a whole big bag that I've been saving because we were supposed to get together in October and I hadn't seen her since a year ago. So I had all the monthly kits for her and she just loved them. So. All right. Now this one, since it's embossed, if you wanted to, you could put ink in your folder or wait till it's done and you could daub it with some ink if you wanted to. That's another option. I'm just going to leave it plain for right now because I am really liking the picture to stand out. Oh, speaking of that, I guess I need to show you the pictures. We need to finish cutting those. So this is my daughter, son-in-law, and my oldest granddaughter from her and her boy. And then she's got one more. You guys probably remember Jelly Bean, Violet, but this was in 2017. And this was their Christmas concert. And after the Christmas concert, they had cookies. And the kids just loved the cookie table. So there's Audrey with her big snickerdoodle. And we got Gavin here. He's got a cookie in each hand. He's got looks like a peanut butter blossom cookie with the Hershey Kiss. And the other one looks like he's got one with the colored frosting on it. It was hard to get him to leave. And then I love these two pictures. She loves her brother most of the time. So I love those two pictures of them. And they can scrap with the best of them. Oh, yes, it is coming together quickly, Susan. Yep. In fact, when we get done, I'm going to show you something else. I've got another little surprise. Did you notice, Susan, that Santa is made with the what's the number of it? And here it is. Whimsy 3. Looks like a Santa beard. First thing I saw, it's like, yep, that's Santa's beard. So there's always, if you look at a template long enough, there's ideas that will come to you and just try it. I mean, the Santa thing came together like just so quick, and just play with them. Okay, so there's me and Lee, Audrey and Gavin. This one has to be cut here. And I already marked them. I will tell you, girls, if you don't have the photo templates, you need to get these. Because like, I know what size I want, and you can see right through where you want them. So if it's like in the middle of the picture itself, you can trace right around it and you don't have to guess. It's awesome. Also, don't be afraid to cut the legs off of somebody. It's okay. All right. Now, I know a lot of people don't do this, but I do. I ink my pictures on this. Just this printer that we have. It's an Epson. It's a really good one. But when I cut, I see the white, and I really don't want to see the white. Almost done. Thank you for bearing with me. I usually like to have my pictures cut, but I decided I'd play with Gracie tonight, and I got into a Christmas movie. There's one, I think it's Christmas at the Homestead. It's called a Hallmark movie, and it's actually done in Iowa, down around the Amana colonies, which is about 20 minutes from me here. So I was watching that. And I lost track of the time. All righty, almost done. Can you guys see how it just makes just it vintagey looking, just a little bit around the edges? Especially with the old time paper that I'm using, looking, it fits perfect. Okay, we get to stick Stick, stick, stick. All righty, here we go. We're going to start with this. My little, oh, there's one over. All right. Now, some of you might go make one big swoop. That's fine. But if you've got one that you can control pretty good, you can save a little bit of your glue by just making little swipes. Okay, this one goes to the bottom. This is Chestnut Drive. All right, and then we've got the cookie one. Make sure I got the right one. And remember, we had to cut this out of 2 pieces, this particular template, because of the one-way pattern. This one goes up just a tad. And then we have the strip. A 1/2 inch is just about right, so your glue doesn't leak over the edge. Okay, there's that one. Now we'll do the other side. This. Sorry about that. I want to get that glitter off. Like I said, when you, oh, Susan, you love glitter. Oh no, I lost that little gold piece. My evergreen and the gold piece. Okay, now we'll do this one. Oh, the dark green is, the background is basil paper. And I got it at the scrapbook store. It's got a little linen look to it. Very nice textured, so it doesn't have to be so plain. Gives it a little extra something, something. Okay, there's that. Now we do our cookie piece, cookie cutter piece. Again, we're going to leave a little bit for our strip. You might just go over top. There, I like that. And now our strip. Over top of this. I'm going to stop here a second and read your comments, see how we're doing. Which Epson printer do you have? Well, I have the small one that I use for traveling. It's just like the Picture Mate. And then I have one that has a scanner. I don't even know what the model is. It's probably about 4 years old. Let's see where it goes. Back up a little bit. That's in the new clip. Yep, got that. In Christmas. Adorable. Oh, thank you. She always, Simmer says, I always show my templates to my son when they come and he comes up with so many ideas. Yeah, see? You ink your photos also all the time. Good job, Kelly. And so if you guys hold on a second, I'll go run and see what it is. It's right here. Okay, it's called Expression 5. That is the Epson printer. All right. Now we'll put this one down. Oh, and something else I thought of. If you wanted to, like you could take this twine string and you could wrap it around every so far. Or if you want to do red, look like a candy cane, you could do that too. But I'm going to leave mine plain. Put down lightly. This is our embossed one that we use with our Tailored Expression embossing folder, which was called Loopies. Loopy, what was it called in here? Loopy Loops. So don't be afraid to dig out your punches, your embossing folders, your dies, and use them with your kiwi lane. They're just so nice to have a little bit of something textured here. Oop, a little more. There we go. All right, you see that? Not going to see that because I'm going to put this picture right over top. Not that one. Why I got a second one? All right. This, it goes right there like that, and you can still see it. This one might have to have some glue. I'm not sure because of the, yep, the glitter. It's not going to stick. So we'll do a little glue. Again, art glitter glue. Love it. My favorite glue. A lot of people have their favorites. Whatever works for you. Okay. Now we're going to do this poinsettia. And like I said, I don't know. I'm kind of liking that gold over top. Get it the right direction here. There we go. I'm kind of liking that. And I think what I'm going to do is take the centerpiece here and let's cut it out of some green that I used for the evergreens. And we're going to leave that gold on top. How did I come up with this idea? Just playing. I just sit down and I play. I love to scrapbook. And when they came out with the 3 templates that had the whimsy in it, I saw a frog on one that looks like a lily pad. And then I saw this one and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's Santa's beard. I mean, you just had to let your imagination go, and the templates are so easy, just so easy to design with. Okay, I think I got them all. All right, let's see what we can do here. We're going to try this. Not sure I'm going to get it, but we're going to try it. So I'm doing just like right now. I'm just playing. And just give yourselves freedom to play. Nothing has to be perfect. Okay. So you guys got all your Christmas shopping done? I have to shop for my husband's admin, and then I think I'm done. We just basically give all the kids money, and then actually we give it to their parents and say, you do the shopping. You do the wrapping. I don't have to. Not so sure I like that, but let's just see where we're going to go with it here. Maybe if I pop it. Oh, I know what we'll do. Okay, so we're going to get this down just a little so this sticks. The right direction. Okay, and then I'm going to put this down. Okay, that goes there. And I may switch it. I think if we use something else. Okay, now I've got those evergreens, the boughs that I cut. Okay, and then I'm going to do something else in the middle there. Glue. Forgetting what I'm doing. Does my printer do 12 by 12? The one that I printed the pictures on, no, but I do have one that does 12 by 12, and it's also an Epson, and it's probably close to 10 years old. Still works. Love it, love it, love it. Okay. This one is going to go here. And then I have this one. See, I'm just playing, girls. I'm just laying things down and I'm just playing. There, I like it there. Okay. You just keep moving stuff until you say, oh, that works there. Okay. And this is the Pines by Tailored Expression. There's 3 different templates, die cuts, not templates, die cuts. All right, and then this one is gonna go just like that. Okay, now for the center, gotta think. What? Oh, we can do this one. Yeah. I'm going to take this because this is my mat for one of the pictures. And I'm going to, like I said, I don't advise cutting around your templates, but if you do, be very, very careful. It's a little sticky. It's almost like the metal feel to it, like metal wire. Okay, so this is going to go here for the mat. And my pictures. Open those. Okay. I forgot to cut one off. So there's one. Let's put this here. That one there. So we got gold on both sides. Look at that. I do like that. And then this one here. Just put Audrey there. Gavin there. Okay. What do you guys think? We're not staying up so late. Come early tomorrow morning. Okay, Stacy, I will do that. Yeah, Gracie, she's already in bed, so she'll be up about 6:30 or so. Dog snores so bad. I've never had a dog that snored, but she can cut logs. Okay, there's that. Are you guys liking this? Okay. Oh, I'm glad you love it, Reba. Okay. Get these down. And then I got an idea for those, the inside of that poinsettia. We'll see if it works. Okay, one. And 2. Ta-da! Now we just got to do the inside of the flower, right? I think I'm going to take the Tiny Charm templates and I have some gold. Hang on a minute. I gotta grab a piece of gold. All right, we have two kinds. We have the real shiny, and then we have the matte. And I think I like the matte the best. And then there's like a dull shiny. That's just too shiny. I think we're going to do the matte since it's a vintage. Our Michaels used to have really nice packs of metallics, the golds, the silvers, and the bronzes. But for some odd reason, they're not carrying the scrapbook stuff like they used to. And I haven't been there since we've got the huge scrapbook store, and I just get everything from them. But I've had this paper for, oh gosh, 6 years maybe. It lasts a long time. Okay, so we got Tiny Charmed, 1T. I'm going to cut this. And go around the flats. You see how I'm doing that? Just like the outside of a flower. And this is where you do your points with your scissors. Just go in. So you don't have to be afraid of those tiny templates. Oh, well, you guys are going to love making a Santa out of that. And then coming up on another one, I'm going to make a frog out of the other one that's in there. It looks like a frog sitting on a lily pad. So, and I don't remember what the name of the paper is, if it's Ferdinand. I think there's actually frog paper, a little boy and a little girl frog. I always get the gnome ones mixed up. I think it's Norbert is the gnome and Ferdinand is the frog. So Stacy, if you're on here, you'll have to correct me. All right. And there we have it. I like that much, much better. All right, now when I ink, there's two different ways you can do it. For this, I'm just inking the edges on the flats, okay? But if you want to ink the in-betweens, you push one down and one up and then put your dauber in between. But just for this, I'm just doing the outside. That's what I did on the other one for Santa. I just did that. Okay. And we got some pop-ups. Let's do some pop-ups. All righty. Easy peasy. I really haven't scrapbooked since before. I mean, I did a little bit at the crop, but that was just for class. But I have not scrapbooked for myself since September. So, okay, so now we're going to use the same enamel dots that we used on the other side, which is from the eyelet outlet. And we're going to put it in the middle of our poinsettia. And I think we'll do 3 again. I think I'm going to take the mediums like I did on that side. And we're going to go 1, 2, and 3. And then I have not come up with the title yet. So not quite sure what I'm going to call it. So if you guys have an idea, let me know. Frogs are Fern and Willard. That's it. And the gnomes are Tula and Norbert. Thanks, Stacy. Both collections are photo play. You can't wait to see the frog? Well, I haven't done anything yet. So, oh, your scrapbook store at Michael's cut scrapbook section too. Yeah. So, all right. I just came on here, love it. But is Santa done with templates? Okay, let's go over that real quick so you guys know what it is. Yes, the Santa is done with Whimsy 3 of 3, which is right there like that. Okay. and then out of the white, and then I took this one, the kind of peachy color, skin colored, and I did the same thing. I cut it there. This one is a little bit longer than what it normally is, so you have to make it bigger there, okay? You with me so far? And then, of course, this is Tiny Charmed. And then I used scallop 2A, or you can use 2B to make the hat. And I just, the cream colored of his eyes, I just eyeballed that. Now the eyebrows, see where I laid it. I usually have a little tray out. I like to put them in. Let's see. On the poinsettia, it was in our December club kit, Joy to the World, that we just got. It had the poinsettia, the cardinal, the candle, the lantern, and then it had 2 fun borders in it. So that's what I did that out of. And then here we go. And then his nose is rings 1, but I only used part of it. This here is just part of this, okay? And that is from another kit. This one's called Story 6 of 6. And it came in, I had that one here. It came in this one, Tell Your Story. That's the one it came in. Okay. And then the little black circle part is from the country template inside the wheels. You know, you might not use the tractor for a lot of things, but these little holes and the tire part, I have used many times. I've even used this part on a layout. So this template I use a lot when I'm doing circles. And then his eyebrows are from Tiny Plants. It's the 7T, and where it's written, it's the next one, is the one I used. Okay. And then I just did a cream color that I used the eyes for the embossing paper. And I used, it's called Loopy Loops by Tailored Expressions, which is a local company here in Iowa. And all of the greens are a die cut also from Tailored Expressions called Pine Clippings. And there's 3 different ones. And then the gold that's here and here. Actually, I got about 8 or 9 sheets of it for $2 at the garage sale at our scrapbook store. And the paper, the green is basil, and all the other paper is from the Authentique collection called Rejoice. So, all right, that's what I got for this. And then I wanted to show you, how many of you guys love Graphic 45 but are afraid to use it? Well, I'm going to show you really quick how to use the Graphic 45. This is the Christmas one. It is called Let It Snow. And then there's this matching one that has patterns and solids. Okay. So I got one of each. And they are busy papers. I mean, they will, if you're not used to using them, they could be quite intimidating. Okay. But I'm going to show you a trick on how to use it. And I'm going to grab the rest of my chestnut dry. All right. So what I've done is I've picked out a couple ones that I really like the patterns on. I like this one. This is from the solid. It's Tone on Tone Snowflakes. And I took that one. And then I picked this one, which is snowflakes, but it almost looks like a brocade pattern. Okay. The secret to using Graphic 45 is to split the patterns. So what I've done is I put, now you watch this side, okay? So I put a navy there. I put the pattern there for the tone on tone and the Merry and Bright. And then I've got a red metallic and then the blue. Okay. So those, if you notice, there's solids that take away and break up the patterns. Okay. You guys with me so far? All right, let's see here. So now this would be my template paper, okay? Now for backgrounds, I'm going to show you how this works. You guys can't see it, you let me know. All right, kind of see from left to right, this is your background, and you see how that looks, okay? Now watch this. I'm going to take green. This looks more teal tonight, but it's actually dark green, but it matches in here. Left to right, this would be your background. You see the difference? You guys with me? All right. Now remember, I had that variegated paper for Santa's face. Well, I also have it in blue. There's that one from left to right. That'd be your background. Okay. We've got a different colored green. This is almost a minty blue green. Left to right. Just showing you how the different backgrounds make it look totally different. And then you've got the blue that matches the medium blue, left to right. Okay. And then a light blue, left to right. Templates, background. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I like this one. This is the one I picked today. And I've got 1, 2, 3 major, well, this you can count 2, but between 3 and 4 major papers that I'm going to use my templates for. All right. 1A, 1B, 3A, 3B, 2A, 2B. All right. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start layering. I'm going to start with the A. You guys still see it okay? I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time. I'll do one up after we say goodnight. But okay, so there's 3A, and then I'll post it tomorrow. Okay, we've got 2A, which you can layer it under, or you can lay it on top. Now, I'm just using one template set, okay? You could mix and match however you want. And then I've got 1A I'm going to put on top because it's a shorter one. All right, can you guys see that? So this one is going to be this one. This one is going to be this one. And this one is going to be this one. But to break it up, I still need those solids underneath, correct? So what you do, we'll go ahead and we'll cut one here. And then you, because they're see-through, you can put them anywhere you want. All right. Let's see what we got here. All right, that's good right there. It's out of the middle of the paper, but that's okay because we're going to eventually use the rest of it. Now you can add a fun border if you wanted to, but if you do, it needs to be a solid, okay? So I'm going to cut this. You can see what I'm doing here. One, there it is. And once you get going with the graphic 45, you can just make borders. I know Jody Shearson, she loves to do borders and she does beautiful work. And if you just do borders out of your graphic 45 paper and then just put it on your background later, that works. I taught a class once with graphic 45 and just doing borders, and they're just amazing. And the paper is gorgeous, but it is so busy. Okay, put this off. All right. So now here's where the breakup comes. You're going to take that same template and all you're going to do, we can do it this way. And this is by Recollections, this paper. All right, so we're going to take, well, let's just do it this way. That'd be right, yeah. So we're going to take this, and we're just going to make a little bit of it. My line of the paper, edge of the paper is right there, okay? Oop, I moved it. I'm gonna cut it. I mean, I've done graphic 45 on books, and it's pretty there too, but I really want to use it in my scrapbooks. So Kiwi Lane makes it so easy, just so easy. You just got to remember to break up the pattern in between. And that's the way it is with any paper. If you put two patterns together, it usually has trouble looking good. Okay. So now what we do is we take that and we're just going to put a little bit of blue. You see that? All right. So now we're ready for the next one. I could do it thin like that, but I think I'm going to do it a little bit bigger. So we're going to not do a full template. I'll go right about there. So I left about, almost a half an inch on the side. Okay. Cut this one. Exactly, Red. They do look busy, but they just, when you look at them, you're like, oh, they're gorgeous. But then you kind of walk away from them. It's like, nah, I can't see what to do with them. Now this is from the pattern in solid. On the back side, it's got another busy pattern. And the only reason I'm cutting this like this, going ahead and cutting on the line, is because I've got a big project that I want to use this paper for, so I don't want to waste a 1/4 inch of it. Okay, so now we got that blue, and then we've got the red, and we're going to leave just a bit more than the blue. Okay, you guys see that? I get it right. All right, and now we've got our Merry and Bright. So we're going to take the 3, because I had the 2 underneath. And again, I'm going to put it where I want it. That looks good. Okay. This one, it's a one-way pattern. So you got to make sure your template is laying exactly where you want it. Because if you turn your template, it's going to turn your pattern. Okay. I'm going to get my cutter. We're doing on time. Yep, we're doing okay. I'm getting lazy. I'm going to use my cutter. Getting that time in it, or I can't see so good. Okay. And of course, I will ink this. All right. We got 2 more. And they also come with stickers usually. and they're just as busy as the paper. So what I would suggest is matting them, like give them a little edge around it and then pop them up and it'll work just fine. All right. So now we got that one. This one. Let me make it bigger. Oh, I hear Gracie. She's playing with her bone. I put a bone in her bed. Ah, she's funny. All right. And then this one here. Okay. And now we're going to make a tiny one of this from 3. This one you can do like this. And it's just going to be tiny. So we'll get as the least amount we can. Chestnut Drive 3A. And these are the same templates that I used on the other one tonight, the other layout. So you can see how versatile just one set of templates is. And do I have a favorite? No, I don't have a favorite. They're all my favorite. I own all of the templates ever made. And there's no favorite. It's just, they're all beautiful, wonderful to work with. And okay, so we're gonna do one more so we can get layered together. Okay, then we have 2A, and this pattern, it goes every which direction, so it doesn't matter which way you cut it. But we're gonna cut a full template of 2A. And you don't have to do this many layers. This is just what I'm doing for the layout that I want. Because usually with Graphic 45, you don't need to do a lot of extra work on it. The borders will stand out alone. You just put your pictures on and you're done. Okay, almost there. Of course, we need to ink all these. We're going to stop here so you can see what we're doing. All right, there's our 2. And I might have to move it a little. Okay. You can stop with just that if you wanted to. And we've got 3 more. This one. And the blue. And the last one. And I can go more towards the edge. And when you ink them, it does look much better. Okay. Okay. All righty. That's using Graphic 45. So you've got this here. And now that we have that cardinal template, you could put a red cardinal. You could put those along here. You could put gems on your piece right here. You've got a place for your pictures and it's done. Sunnybrook, I love Sunnybrook too. Oh, they're just all wonderful. So anyway, that's a trick for using Graphic 45. If you love the paper, just put some solid, some gold, some glitter, anything in between. and then you can make a beautiful layout. So you guys like that? All right, one more look at Mr. Santa, and then we're gonna say goodnight. And I'm gonna start finishing packing up my scrapbook stuff so I can go to the crop in the morning. I'm looking forward to it, and be nice to get out of the house for a little bit. All right, guys. Well, if I don't get to see you before Christmas, you guys have a Merry Christmas, and thank you again so much. If you have any questions, please feel free to friend me on Facebook and message me. I will post this, so it'll be on this site. I think I can get it on this site. It'll be on the Play to Create. It'll be on both of my personal and the Kiwi Lane Designs, and I will post it in the community. All right. Hey guys, it's been a pleasure, and I'm so glad that I got to be back with you, and I look forward to our next time. You guys have a great night.